everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a tag video and I'm going to do the My Makeup Style tag. This video was created by Lisa I, and I will leave her information and her channel down below in the description box. So let's get started. The first question we have here is, what kind of eye primer do you use and why? Liquid eye primer or shadow stick? And I use a liquid eye primer. This happens to be my favorite. It's the Essence I Heart Stage eye primer, and it has a nice doe foot applicator here. It has a little bit of color. Essence does make another one that is a lighter color. I do have it. I don't enjoy it as much as this particular one. I find this one is good for my skin tone, at least. It has a fair bit of coverage before I put on my eyeshadow, and it works really well. Yeah, that is my favorite. What color eyeshadow makes you feel bold and pretty at the same time? Now, I pulled my Morphe 35U palette. I don't know if this is available anymore, but pretty much anytime I see a palette with these particular shadows in it, even if it's all neutral with like one pan of these shadows, I am gravitating towards it. I love color, and I especially love these ones right here. This blue, this kind of, what would it be? It's kind of like a teal, and then this is more of an aqua color, I guess. These would be the ones that I gravitate to the most. I mean, I love all this color in this palette, and this particular palette happens to be all shimmer. I also have one that matches it exactly. I think it's the 35C, I think. I'm not sure. But it matches it exactly, but it's all matte. So these, yeah, for sure. These three colors right here, this green I really enjoy too, but yeah, if I see any palettes with even just these three shades, these types of blues in it, chances are it's going on a wish list. Question 2B is, what eyeshadow color do you least like to wear and why? Now, I don't enjoy wearing black pretty much. I find it hard to work with, at least on me. I find it too harsh. I prefer a dark brown over a black. And anything that's like a neutral kind of cool tone brown or kind of like a dingy gray, I don't really enjoy. I just find they look too muddy on me. I don't like how they look with my eyes or my skin tone. I have this palette here, the Sephora Overcast filter, and it has a number of shades in it that I really do like. I like using this palette, but it does have like this brown that's kind of like, it's a lighter color, but it's a little muddy, and then it has this gray in it that I'm not a huge fan of either. And of course black. If a palette doesn't have a black, it doesn't matter to me. Question number 3, do you wear liquid or pencil eyeliner, black or brown liner? And I prefer a pencil liner, and I prefer brown. I find, because I have very watery eyes, I don't normally wear a lot of liner on my upper lash line anyway, so I don't need a liquid liner. And if I do, I don't mind black. I prefer brown with that as well. I just find it's not as harsh on of a look. I don't know, I just prefer brown. But I have yet to find even a waterproof liquid liner that doesn't smudge when my eyes get teary, or if I rub it a little bit. It usually ends up a hot mess within an hour or two, so I stay away usually from liquid liners. But I do really enjoy gel pencil liners. And I have two here that are from the drugstore that I love. And I mean, I've tried some Marc Jacobs, I've tried Urban Decay, I've tried Makeup Forever, and while some of those are okay, I really don't enjoy the Marc Jacobs one, but the Urban Decay and the Makeup Forever liners I do enjoy. I really like the Rimmel and the Essence gel liners. I find they last just as long in my waterline or on my lower lash line or whatever I'm trying to do with them. I really, really do enjoy these. Now, don't do what I did if you do pick up the Essence one. I couldn't figure out, for whatever reason, I don't know if I didn't try or I tried and it wasn't working. This is one that I don't know if it's retractable, but oh, it is. This is like when you twist and it goes up and down. I didn't realize that when I first got it, and I tried sharpening it, so now I have to have it quite a ways up in order to put it on my eyes. Otherwise, there's a little jagged sharp piece here from the plastic when I tried sharpening it, so don't do that if you get this one. The Rimmel Scandalized one, on the other hand, you do have to sharpen, which I don't mind. I have a sharpener with me. I don't travel a lot. I'm okay to sharpen my pencil if I have to. So this one you do have to sharpen, but it's really good as well. And yeah, brown liner all the way. Unless I'm doing like a really intense eye look or something, chances are it's brown liner that I'm using. Question number 4, CoverGirl or Maybelline mascara? Come on, you know you are one way or another. And yes, for sure I am. I do enjoy a CoverGirl mascara. However, because of my watery eyes, I do have to wear a waterproof mascara, and I find they're not tough enough for me. They don't stand up to my tears, I guess you could say, or the wateriness in my eyes. I always find that I end up, by the end of the day, it breaks down and it looks like it wasn't waterproof at all. So while I like the look I get from a lot of CoverGirl mascaras and I enjoy using them, they don't really work for me. So I am Maybelline all the way. This is one of my new favorite mascaras. It is the Total Temptation waterproof mascara, and it has been working wonderful for me. Other than putting a lash primer on underneath this mascara, I haven't had to use it as a topper or anything. I've just been using it kind of on its own. I do enjoy having a primer underneath this particular mascara just because Maybelline mascaras can be really, especially their waterproof ones, can be really tough to get off at the end of the day. And I find if I have a primer on underneath the mascara, it at least helps take that off at the end of the day. But wearing it on its own, I have enjoyed it. I enjoyed it with a primer. And yeah, I haven't been pulling out any regular mascaras and using this as a topper or anything like that. The only thing that I do have to say about it that disappoints me a little bit, it is an extremely dry formula, and while it works for this particular product, I'm a little interested to see how long it's actually going to last before I have to repurchase it, because it is so dry. I can see this being something I'd have to repurchase every 4 to 6 weeks probably, but I'm still testing it out. I've only had it for a couple weeks, and so I will let you know on how often I do end up having to repurchase this. Number 5, if you could have your brows permanently done or not wear any blush for the rest of your life, which would you choose? And I would choose to not have my brows done and just do them myself all the time and put on some blush. I was a teenager in the 90s. I lived through the very thin brow trend, and unfortunately my brows did not survive that very well. They are very thin and very sparse, so I have been filling them in all along. I have no desire to get them done permanently because trends in brows especially change all the time. I'll get them done and they'll be like full and beautiful looking, and then the next thing you know we'll be back to the 90s where it's like a little strip of hair above your eyes. So I have no interest in getting them permanently done. I will keep my blush. Thank you very much. Number 6, does your best friend or you wear more makeup? That would be me. My best friend happens to be my husband, so that would be a little odd. I mean, I know some men wear makeup, but it'd be a little odd, especially if you wore more than I did. But no, he doesn't wear any makeup at all, and most of my friends in general, I'm pretty sure I wear more than most of them, and I'm okay with that. Number 7, who taught you how to do makeup? My mom kind of started me out with it when I was younger. I think when I was like 11 or 12, she started letting me wear like tinted lip balms and that sort of thing, and then mascara and some eyeliner. And then she didn't really teach me a lot in the way of foundation and all that kind of stuff, but I just kind of followed her lead, I guess you could say. She was always very classy, very put together and everything, and I used to watch her put her makeup on in the mornings and that sort of thing, so I got that kind of from her. And then after high school I did cosmetology and aesthetics, so I have my certificates in that, so I kind of learned a little bit more from there. And then of course this whole YouTube thing that has exploded with the beauty community, I am learning things every day, and it's just great. I love it. Number 8, are you a fan of cream products, blush, bronzer, contour, etc.? Why or why not? It's not that I'm not a fan of them, I don't use them. I find that they're an extra step for me personally. If I'm doing something really glam or something that I really want to be long lasting, then yeah, I'll set down a cream contour, I'll put down a cream highlighter, and I'll do all the cream stuff and then put the powder on top of it as well, which to some it might seem like it's a little over the top, but as the day goes on, if you have a long day like for a bride or something like that, kind of the best thing for them, because it's going to last from the morning or the early afternoon until the end of their reception, hopefully, depending on, you know, how crazy they're getting and whatnot at their wedding. But yeah, it's not that I don't like them. I find in the summertime is when I'm most drawn to the cream products, but at the same time, that's when they tend to melt off my face because I'm getting warm and sweaty. And if I'm going to wear cream products, unless I'm going full glam, I'm not usually going to put any powder on top of them. It's a little bit confusing. So not a huge fan, but they do have a purpose, especially if you want the longevity in your makeup to last from morning till night. Chances are if you have a cream base under your powders, it's going to give you a lot longer lasting power. Number 10, setting spray. Do you believe in it? Which is your holy grail? I don't know if I believe in setting sprays or not. I believe that, like I said in number 9, there's other ways that you can, other methods you can use to make your makeup last longer. In my experience, I haven't noticed that a setting spray has extended the life and the wear time of my makeup. But I do have very normal skin, so I don't have the oiliness that's going to come through and break it all down. I don't have the dryness where, you know, it just kind of fades away and looks like nothing. I don't have any of those issues. What I do enjoy setting or finishing sprays for is to take away the powderiness in my face. I do enjoy using powders and layering them to get, you know, that more airbrushed finished look. I do really like that. And I find that setting sprays, if you find the right one, can really make it take down that powderiness, or as I say, melt it into your skin and make it look more natural. I broke down recently and I tried the MAC Fix Plus. I know it's been around forever, but I finally broke down and bought it, and it's true what they say about this. I don't know what sort of magic is going on in this stuff, but it works great. It just makes your makeup melt into your skin. Like, what they say is true. Until you experience it, you might not realize what someone's talking about, but it's great. I love this as like a finishing spray, I guess you could say, instead of a setting spray, which someone might say is to extend the longevity of your makeup. But the MAC Fix Plus, excellent. The Milani Prep Set and Fix, or whatever it's called, it's a drugstore version. It's really good too. It has a fantastic nozzle on that thing. It's better than a lot of high-end nozzles that I have tried for setting sprays, and it works really good too. Kind of, I would say it's probably pretty similar to the Fix Plus in how it just makes your makeup kind of melt into your skin and makes it look more skin-like instead of powdery. And it doesn't have, because the nozzle isn't very aggressive or harsh, it doesn't leave like droplets all over your face. It's a pleasant experience to use. On the other hand, when I do have a setting spray that I don't enjoy using on my face, for instance, this e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, it just makes my face feel a little bit greasy when I use it, but I enjoy using it to foil my eyeshadows, to just, you know, bring that pop of color into them and intensify the color that they don't normally have. In all honesty, people always say, oh, use MAC Fix Plus for that kind of thing. And you know what? You can, but this e.l.f. one works just as good, I find, as this for foiling. So if you're just going to be buying a setting spray for foiling, try this, because this is a few bucks and this is like $30 here in Canada. So that would be my tip. It looks like that's all the questions for this particular tag. Again, it was created by Lisa I. I will leave her information and her channel in the description box below, so you can go check her out. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.